Afternoon, fellas. Tuesday, August. I don't know why I do that every time. 14th, 15th, I don't know. But it's that Tuesday. Anyway, finished up that quarter we were on. I don't know if I taped anything. Started out on my uncle's place. There was 88 acres there. We knocked it out, moved to another place, it was 126. I can't remember if I taped anything on it or not. It didn't do great. This bad year, dry. I mean, it didn't do great, it did horrible. I don't know, what am I saying? It did 12 bushel. So anyway, we got it knocked out. In the lows, there was beans that were just killing it. And then you have the rest of the field. So anyway, we got moved up here to Clearwater. And this is pretty good ground by the river. And they got a lot more rain than we got just 6-8 miles south here. So I'm full. I'm just wobbling around here waiting on a truck, getting these short point rows out of the way. That's why I'm not in a hurry here. Full. And I've cut 7.68 acres, about 7.7 acres, and I got, depending on bean weight, I got 250-ish on. Could be a little heavier. I don't know, did I tell you guys I had new auto steer? I might have mentioned that. Dusty couldn't see anything last night. It helped. Yeah, I think I did. I did make a video last night, or a little clip, when we had the grain cart full and I was quitting. So anyway, we got running this morning. We had a couple of issues we'd found. My auger, unloading auger, actually was...
What's the plan? Chain gonna stay, or...
was actually cracked.
Running the cart, or what?
Had to fix that. Had a couple of little things. Well, she was going to come run the cart, I believe. Little sis went and met the truck at the...
I didn't know if you need to ride back, or what?
At the last field. I don't think. She met the truck there and unloaded, and the truck was headed up here with split wane. She had about 500 bushel down there. So we'll finish the truck off up here and get him out of here. As quick as he shows up, he'll be full. Alright. Back and forth. Hey, I don't know if I mentioned it to you guys, but I got a new auto steer. Pretty slick. So Bob's Trimble 500 that he's running, he could not get it to run yesterday. Go over a terrace, and he messed with some settings, still couldn't get it to run. I did some research last night online, and come to find out he had the box orientation wrong. So when he would go over a terrace, it thought left was right and right was left. So anyway, we switched the box because we could not orientate it in the system the way he had it. It has 3 positions that you can mount that box, and Bob had it in the 4th position that does not have a mount calibration for it. So anyway, got it. He's running over there, back and forth on a 45-degree angle, and having no troubles. Alright, 4 minutes of nonsense. Later, guys. Well, fellas, we're still moving. Wednesday. Earlier I said August, it's October. So anyway, Wednesday, 15th, 16th, shit, I don't know. They're kind of running together now. My grandson, one of my grandsons just left. He brought me lunch. Him and his dad. He had a good time riding. He rode about 30 minutes. Oh, we knew they were going to be good. We just didn't know they were going to be this good. I think we might be hitting 8 bushel on this place. We knew this was our worst farm, and then we've got one southeast about 2 miles as the crow flies, and that's where the rain didn't come through, right through this line. Didn't get any rain. We got 1 2/10 inches at home one night. I called Doug, this is Doug's place, and said, hey, how much rain did you get last night? He said, nothing. You're kidding, right? I said, Doug, we got 1 2/10 inches. And that was all we got at home. And then we got that 2-inch rain late. Beans were, I mean, I'm not saying it didn't help size of the bean, but yeah, they were pretty well done by then. Anyway, this, believe it or not, this farm has our best double crop bean average for insurance that we have. I grew 45 bushel beans on this place double crop one year. And for Kansas, South Central Kansas, that's a fluke deal. Phenomenal year. So, about 18 off this place. And we're just banging away. Bob had to do some hauling, so I'm by myself. Hopefully he'll be back shortly. He's got to go clear up to Norton, Kansas tomorrow. So I will be by myself all day tomorrow. It is what it is. Back and forth. If we stay after it, I said today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's gonna be crap. Be lucky if I get 80 acres done tomorrow. But if we could get that 85 that we're headed to next, if we could get it done today, turn my air conditioner down a little bit. If we could get it done today, then we've got another one southeast of town that's ready. It's a pretty wide open 80. I could go work on it myself tomorrow. Let's see, tomorrow's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We could finish up Sunday maybe. Things go smooth. And then we've got 1/4 of cover crop to put in. Once we get that quarter done, then I think I'll be caught up. And I can start working on all the junk we tore up all year. Alright. Bring you guys back. Just the same old thing. The sun's trying to go down. It's about 6 o'clock. Wednesday. I finished that field I was on. There's only 53 acres over there. And I've got 32 here. So I'm over my 80 for the day. Got a pretty good start. And then I had to move to this one. So the last one was terrible. But we knew that was our worst one. This one's not great by any means at all, but it is a little better than the last one. Bins are terribly dirty. Highest moisture we had on anything was 12.6. Most of it's been 10 and 11 droughted beans, and that much foreign material and crap in there. Our beans are only weighing about 53.7, 54, somewhere in there. So when we guess on a semi-load, we're way off. I had a load we sent this morning. We finished the field up at Clearwater last night, and I figured it was 700 on there. I'm usually pretty dang close. Bob called back, said it was 613 on there. So that hurts, but it was said 53.4, I think, test weight. Test weight's terrible. And they're getting us for a couple, I think 2% foreign material, which is probably fair, I don't know. It's not good. We're having to kick bins down and kick the grain cart down, and so it is what it is. Like to get this 80, I think there's 83 or 85 acres here. Bob's back up and running. He helped me finish the last 2 passes on that last field. And said I think it's about 6. I don't know. It's probably going to have to finish her in the dark, looks like. But hopefully we can keep running here for a little bit. Get this one knocked out. Later, guys. 9:30 Thursday morning, 17th October. Getting ready to go through town. We got our headers behind us. Cody's in the middle, Bob's in the back, Cheney's in the far back with pickup, and Bob's wife's in front of us with flashers in her pickup. We'll go right down a U.S. highway.
I called that guy on that cover crop, Greg. He said they did get it planted and it did ship out yesterday. He didn't know if we'd have it today or not. He said thought we should, but he'd check and let us know.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have to sit around on it.
Called Ken. Ken said, yeah, he'd be close. He could unload it if we needed him to.
Perfect. That's why I helped him the other day. Alright, sounds like our cover crop might be in today. And we've got a buddy that I help a lot. Well, it's Justin's brother-in-law, Ken. We help back and forth, so he said he would unload it. He's only cutting beans a couple miles from our house, so he'd go unload it for us if need be. Anyway, oh damn, that's rough. Oh, that bridge a little rough coming off of it, Bob. Got the truck out of there. He showed up at 9 o'clock. Full semi off that. 83 acres, so did a little better than some, but not great. Alright, I'm going to tend to business. Got a U.S. highway here. Well, things are going fair. Bob broke a sickle drive belt. He's sitting up at the cart. And I didn't mean to flip you around, but good morning. Anyway, like I said, things are going pretty good. He broke the sickle drive belt. He went back to the service truck, which is about 6 or 8 miles maybe, and he had a spare belt in the service truck. Sarah just showed back up. She actually had to go to Winfield, so she went Schmitz and got another one, so we have another spare. I think Bob just pulled in with the service truck. I had Bob have her pick me up another one, so we both have a spare. Well, that camera's terrible. Hang on. Yeah, that's a lot better. Serviced them this morning. Found that my rotor was kind of plugged on the left-hand side, which I've seen guys on the Gleaner page talk about that, and I've run Gleaners for since a C2, but I mean I've run N6 rotors, moved to this one, and never have I had it plugged like that. So I don't know exactly. Obviously conditions, I've never seen it before. So anyway, these beans, production is okay. It's a pretty good 80. This 80's been good to us. This is the one we had record corn on last year, and we've got some almost 40 bushel double crop off of it in the last 3 or 4 years. So anyway, I'll flip you back around. And as you can see, it's dusty. Dusty. Supposed to have up to 30 or 40 mile an hour winds. 20 to 30 with gusts of 40. And that's what beans are supposed to look like. Pinch sieve down a little bit. Clean that rotor. Biggest thing is these finished off. They still got some leaves hanging on the bottom from drought, but they didn't green stem like everything else we've been cutting. So yeah, we'll take what we can get. We're gonna knock this one out. Bob was a little distraught about the belt and the truck not being here. I said, calm down. We are doing fine. We got started on this one about 10 o'clock time we moved, and everything seems to be, I mean, we still should get a really good day in. Knock on wood. I should have never said that. Alright, I got to turn around again. I don't know if I mentioned it today, but I got a new GPS auto steer. Works pretty good. Kind of proud of that, but I think you guys get that. And just as I said that, it did not pick up. I didn't hold the button long enough. I was jumping every other pass, leaving the last pass for Bob. Actually, Cody's running the machine. So I've got every other pass left on that side. And his GPS, as I've stated, he's running that Trimble 500, so he's having to restrike a line every pass. It might be off 7 foot pass to pass. So anyway, he likes this one good enough that he called and priced it yesterday. And for the GFX 350, the 500 antenna, I have the 900, which it'll do more. The guy said most guys do not utilize the 900. I think 3,500 for the antenna and the GFX, which I can get a lot cheaper than that online. But anyway, all right, we're just gonna cut away here. I'm guessing, and this is a wild ass guess, 15, 16 bushel, somewhere in there. Less than 20. Thinking more than 15. Somewhere in there. For the year, not terrible. Alright guys, later. We found them, boys. Hard to see anything in there, but they look pretty fair. That last field I thought would go 15, 16. No, went about 10. All right, I got 10 to business here. That's pretty rank. Well, good afternoon, fellas. Trying to think of what day it is. Friday, I guess. Got that other place done. Had a little truck issue. I don't think I taped anything on that. They didn't show up at 9 o'clock. Some communication errors. Anyway, we got it done. I moved over to this one. South side was pretty rough. Sent the truck in. A lot of green beans. Called them, told them what was going on. They said, well, if we only had one more truck, go ahead and cut them. They wouldn't crucify us. Well, when the truck went in at 19 moisture, they called and said, you guys already start on that next truckload? Yeah. Yeah, we did. But that was across the creek this way. Slipped over on this side. And as you can see, or anything but green. So we're trying to blend off what we have. Pretty decent beans. Thought these might.
Jared's across the river getting loaded right now. That might be a little longer than that. He had another truck before that. That'd probably be Jared.
Is he getting loaded like they're loading him, or they're waiting on combine?
Well, I took it he was getting loaded, but I don't know.
So anyway, get this one finished up. My goal was to move back to the house by 4:30. It's 10 after 3. We're not going to make 4:30. But I set goals that are pretty aggressive sometimes. We started cutting at 9:30 this morning, and because that truck wasn't here, I went ahead and dumped a little more off of my combine and folded the auger back full. Probably got 50-60 bushel off, and that allowed me to cut 3 or 4 more acres while we waited. And then Bob got tired of watching me cut, so he dumped off another 15 or 20, and I think he got a couple acres cut. So we had to sit and wait on the truck this morning for probably 30 minutes. Got some real black spots in these. Grouted. Some places are phenomenal. I guess just pretty much like every other field we've been in. Well, no, some we've been, there wasn't no phenomenal places. But this is one of them agronomist was looking at. The deer ate this place off in the dirt right after we planted it. And agronomist was, I mean, he was distraught. He said, yeah, we're screwed. You guys want to go back and replant them? Well, it was getting late in season to plant, and it's 2 hours over here, and told him let's let her ride, see what happens. Well, and then he kept reporting back, hey, they're coming back, they're outgrowing the deer, they caught a couple rains, and they're doing okay. Doing okay for the year and being ate off by the deer. We dropped, I think, 121,000 over here. And when he did stand count after the deer ate them, he said we were at about 55,000. So yeah. Hey, I don't know if I told you guys, but I got a new auto steer. Oh, I did mention that. Sorry. Alright, fellas. I won't bore you with back and forth. Since I don't have to steer, I'll zoom in on Bob. Whoa, badger hole. That's one thing these river fields are full of. Badger holes, coyote holes, armadillos dig holes, coyotes. Maybe I said coyotes. Anyway, it's been a long day. You kind of got to watch for them. It's a little bit rough. Later, guys. Another one down. We'll get the heads off. The truck should be here before long. Get him loaded. Get moved. Probably, well, the tractor only runs 21 mile an hour. So, bang, hour and a half home. And back towards the house, we've got 80 and a quarter and about 15 acres of cleanup on 1/4 we had. All right.